Greetings and Merry Crimble and Happy New Year to you all. This is Mr. Robbie Bob Houghton of How the DAWSage is Made, here to fill you back in with some wonderfulness from my brain. It's been a while and I apologize for being out of circulation. There have been a variety of reasons for my lack of presence on the YouTubes and Patreon. But trust me now, I am back and here to confuse you and confuse myself. So here we go. A couple updates. The Rob's Random Ringtone number 3 is still in the works, and I'm in the process of figuring out exactly what to do with that. I might be giving myself a little bit too much pressure, trying to come up with the ultimate combination of pop music and country music, but I am working on it, and I will give you my results as soon as I can. Should be within a week or so. I'll not tell you what today's date is, though. Tricky me! Let's see, what else? Okay, so I've been thinking about the Beatles lately, and I've been thinking about why was it that they were so successful, and what was it that they did themselves to help with that. And the White Album's, the White Album re-release, or the remix, along with the Esher demos and some of their outtakes from the White Album, kind of re-fed into my brain the concept that these guys worked really hard on getting things done and getting them done the right way. There were songs that had over 100 takes that weren't even used on the album. So the fact that they were that discerning and that thorough in their work ethic, I think, contributed a great deal to their success. That being said, I also kind of mourned the fact that they stopped making albums after Abbey Road. They did do Let It Be, but that was actually recorded before Abbey Road, but was released afterward when it was remixed and reproduced by Phil Spector. Where am I going with this? So I was thinking, well, what was it that made the Beatles songs so great, and why were most of their solo efforts kind of watered down and not as wonderful as the Beatles material? This is my opinion, of course. A, that the material isn't as good outside of the Beatles, and also the following opinion, and that is this: when they did solo albums, they had to do all the material. They did not have others in the band to provide or pick up the slack. So when Paul had to do a solo album, he had to come up with, 11, 12, 14 songs to fill the album. Same with John, same with George. Although he didn't seem to have too much of a problem with that, with All Things Must Pass, because he had so much material that he had built up over the years, not being accepted into the Beatles repertoire. So he was ready to go as soon as the Beatles broke up. And then Ringo, which is, Ringo's Ringo. So, given that, if you were to take the solo albums and cull from them the Beatle-esque tunes and combine them together into a playlist, you might have something that would sound like a post-Let It Be album by the Beatles. And so I gave this a try, and I've made a playlist on Google Play, which you'll see in the notes below this video. And I've also listed the songs. If you don't have Google Play, you can actually just make the playlist from whatever music service you have. And my feelings are mixed, but I kind of use my imagination to shear the production quality of each of the separate solo albums and try to whittle my brain down. Whittle my listening down to the core tunes and how they might have worked if the Beatles had produced them. So the theory, to reiterate, is this: that perhaps the Beatles did make Beatle music after they broke up. It's just that it was kind of watered down with a bunch of their own material that really wouldn't have made the cut if the Beatles had been working together on their work. And let me know what you think. This is kind of like just a little brain fart, a little side video that I thought I'd put out there to placate you, you people who keep pushing me to make videos. I'm trying to lead a normal life here, and all you ask is give, give, give. Yeah, okay. That's probably like the one person that's subscribing to me now is like going, what are you talking about? I think that's it. So check out the playlist. Let me know what you think. Let me think if there actually were Beatle albums that were made. It's just that they were done by separate Beatles at separate times. And we will see you as soon as I have some Rob's Random Ringtone number 3 for you to listen to. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.